So if we were the Avengers, I would be Spider-Man. That's what I'm saying. I'd be Spider-Man. What would you be if we were the Avengers?
I'd be fucking your mom.
It's not an Avenger. It's not an Avenger. It's okay, whatever. You're not. That's not. You're not a part of. You're not an Avenger still. You're just a guy. Hey, I'm an Avenger. So
Why don't you get over here and avenge these nuts?
okay, well, if it's not an Avenger, and I whatever. You're not an Avenger.
You're not.
It sounds like a non-Avenger. Yeah, whatever.
You're a revenger.
Do you want to start the? Do you want to do the intro?
Yeah. Hi.
It's not. Who are you fooling? We're already in this. We're already balls deep in.
Yeah. Well, so it's the Wasteland Podcast here, back at it again with the Wasteland Podcast again.
The Wasteland Podcast. What the Wasteland Podcast?
I'm joined here today with Tyler.
That's Spider-Man. That's Spider-Man to you.
Hold on.
Refer to me as Spider-Man from now on.
Taiwa?
Yeah, Tywa.
Spider-Man.
And Jeremiah. Jeremiah's back.
I am back.
Jeremiah's again.
It's been like a month.
Yeah, it's been a long fucking time.
Yeah.
No, the funny thing is we haven't been doing podcasts every single week, but when we have, you haven't been here anyway.
Yeah.
So it's been like a while for you. So it's good to have everyone back again.
Sure as hell is. Speaking of Spider-Man, do you see the guy who comes into work with the Spider-Man suit on?
Me. That's me. I'm Spider-Man.
All right, I forgot.
That's me. Yeah, the guy goes in the bathroom and then I walk out because I changed out of my Spider-Man clothes.
I thought something different was going on there, but
No, I'm Spider-Man. I keep telling you, Spider-Man.
Okay.
If we were the Avengers, I would be Spider-Man.
I believe you, but answer my question now.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Besides me.
Really?
Yeah.
One of the customers comes in wearing a Spider-Man suit.
Like a full suit? Like a full get-up?
Yeah, just not with the mask. Not joking.
Is it like a onesie or what?
Yeah, it's like it's like a costume you would get at like
How have I not
Halloween
seen
store.
this?
I don't know.
Is it bright and colorful or is it like...
It's a Spider-Man suit.
Is it like dark muted colors?
No, it's red and blue.
What the fuck?
is he like a crazy guy or is he?
I don't know. He seems pretty normal,
I don't know.
but he just wears it.
He's shooting the new Spider-Man movie not far from here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's what the movie's called. Not far from here.
Not far from, Spider-Man not far from here. Yeah.
Not far from here.
Not far from here. I'm excited.
Turn left.
Did you know, Jeremiah, I already told Shane. Did you know Sam Raimi's going to direct Doctor Strange 2?
I did not.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because his version of Spider-Man is about to be in a movie with Doctor Strange. That's fucking weird.
Dude. So is Spider-Man gonna be in Doctor Strange 2?
Well,
then,
no, we don't know. We don't know nothing about Doctor Strange 2. But we know that Doctor Strange is in Spider-Man Not Far From Here.
So
That's a really good.
It's basically what they would call
I
it.
know. Away from what's it called? Homecoming.
Spider-Man Prom Night.
Far Away or
Spider-Man
something.
not here right now. Leave a message after the beep.
Not too far away.
Not too far.
Spider-Man, he'll be here in 5.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man, he's gone. Yeah. I wish they didn't. I mean, I understand because they don't want to call it Spider-Man 1 or Spider-Man 2. Amazing Spider-Man's already taken. I hated that. Incredible Hulk, Amazing Spider-Man. Terrible names. Those are not good names.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Knight. Man of Steel. We're going by their nicknames now. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Logan. That one's all right.
Yeah,
that's an okay name.
Like what do you?
Because that's like
he's not Wolverine.
Yeah, he's
anymore.
not Wolverine anymore. So that one's actually appropriate. The rest are like just dumb. The PS4 game is called Marvel's Spider-Man. What if they actually just called the movie that's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe Marvel's Spider-Man?
No, because he's coming home.
When Sony would throw a shit fit.
Yeah,
So
you're
yeah.
right. They have to call it a different.
Well,
subtitle.
it's Marvel. It's Marvel Superman, Super Spider-Man.
They basically said that. Yeah, after Far From Home. I mean, Far From Home was the second one. After Not Far From Here comes out, that they're like, yeah, so Spider-Man's gonna be able to go. They're gonna try to use the Tom Holland in Venom, basically.
Yeah.
Now that was like a thing that was basically confirmed already, but they basically are like Spider-Man's gonna go to different universes in this movie, so we might as well just
and the fact
use
that
this Doctor Strange logic to put him in Venom.
The fact that like Doc Ock and Green Goblin are gonna be in there,
right?
Which are both Sony.
There's a lot of leaks for the script that I'm not going to talk about, and I don't think any of them are actually real. However, in the trailer, Spider-Man is holding a big box, and Doctor Strange hits him, and then Peter Parker's like soul comes out, and he's holding a box, and Doctor Strange are fighting. They're like fighting each other, and a lot of people are like, "Yeah, Spider-Man's gonna like unleash the villains." Like Doctor Strange could be like, "I have villains here, and from like different dimensions," because he did that to Loki, if you remember. In Thor Ragnarok. So people are thinking Spider-Man's gonna like find William Dafoe and Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2, I forgot the name of the actor, and just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna let these guys go.
Why would he do that?
I don't know, because he's dumb. Tom Holland's stupid.
Tom Holland is kind of the dumbest Spider-Man so far.
He's the dumbest, but he's like he's like the best one with tech. Actually, wait, I think Andrew Garfield was pretty good with the tech stuff, right?
Yeah, because he made his own web shooters, and he did...
Oops. Tom Holland did too, but...
He did, but they were really shitty, and then Iron Man gave him good ones.
Yeah, then Iron Man,
he was like, wow, this is shit. Like,
so in the second one...
But I mean, it's fair, because he's still like a high school student, so doing that in the first place is kind of impressive.
Did Andrew Garfield ever graduate high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in the second one.
The second one?
End of the or beginning of the second one.
Yeah, because
you mean the last one?
Yeah.
Last
one. The one that was supposed to start the whole cinematic universe. Where like but they're still doing it. They're making the solo Kraven the Hunter movie.
Oh wow!
And they're making which is the PS4, the PS5 game, Spider-Man 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2 on PS5. Kraven the Hunter is confirmed. A lot of the art they showed of like the bad guys they're fighting have like Kraven weaponry.
So is Kraven gonna be the big guy, big baddie?
I think that like Russian-esque sounding voice in the trailer was supposed to be Kraven.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Because he also was like, "I'm looking for a challenge,"
right?
And so that would make sense.
And then Venom said, "I'm here."
So it's funny that they're the PS
Venom said,
the Sony game, bro. The game made by Sony, is like, "Oh, we're gonna show off Venom and Kraven." I wonder why. Is it because Sony makes the Venom movie and the Kraven movie? But they're also doing the spin-off they're doing Spider-Woman, and they're doing another Spider-Man character. That's also a girl. I forgot her name.
Spider-Gwen?
No. No Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Mary?
No, it's not Mary Jane Spider-Man.
Catgirl?
That's not her name.
Penny Parker?
It's it's like Silk something. Silk Spider, I think.
Silk Spectre?
No, Silk Spectre's from Watchmen.
Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer is the guy who feeds Galactus.
Galactus.
He's also friends with Joe Satriani, and they made an album together called Surfing with the Alien. Yeah.
Joe Schmo Leone.
Joe Satriani. Joe Macaroni, if you will.
Spider-Man not far from here.
Spider-Man right around the corner.
That's a good joke.
Does it come out this year or later?
Comes out this Christmas.
That's so soon. Oh! Mario movie.
Oh yeah,
comes out next Christmas. Mario comes out 2022 holiday season.
I haven't seen anything from that. I only heard about it right before I came here, where James was sitting on the couch and he was like, "What the fuck?
Oh, wait,
what the fuck?
What do you know about the cast? Do you know who's who?
Chris Pratt's Mario.
wait.
Charlie.
Let's go by one by one.
Okay.
What do we think of Chris Pratt as Mario?
Meh. I'm not too excited about
Does
it.
anyone care?
No.
It seems like online everyone's upset. But
you said Danny DeVito would obviously be way better.
Danny... Okay, so here's what I think. I know Danny DeVito and Charlie Day are a team in Always Sunny. And I know it's not always good to see the same team over and over and over. Sometimes you want to spice things up. But Danny DeVito actually has an Italian-sounding name, for one.
Because he's Italian.
For two, he's actually short and round like Mario.
He looks like Mario.
He could be Mario in live-action Mario.
Yeah.
And it would actually make Charlie Day look tall.
Yeah.
Like...
And we know again... look, I don't even care if Charlie Day's Luigi. You can cast anyone's fucking Luigi. But at least we know they have the chemistry together. Could you... It would be like Always Sunny is Mario at this point. Because that would be amazing.
See, that's why they cast Chris Pratt, though, is because they don't want Always Sunny. They want that...
But Chris Pratt and Charlie Day were in Lego Movie together.
But that's family-friendly goodness,
I know.
And that's what they...
Well, the reason why they went with Chris Pratt is the same reason why they went with Ryan Reynolds for Pikachu. It's because he's, got a shit ton of charisma, and he can carry that leading role. I would argue Danny DeVito can also carry a leading role. What the fuck? And I want Mario to be like, I don't know. The Koopa. Koopa took the princess again. I need a mushroom.
Come on, man. The Charlie Day voice.
Yeah, he's screaming. Charlie Day is literally... I can't think of a better Luigi. I can't think of a better Luigi than Charlie Day. I'm already super... I love that people have already taken memes of Always Sunny and just give him a Luigi hat.
Yeah.
I feel like Michael Cera would have done a decent Luigi.
No!
Charlie Day is really good.
It's gotta be Charlie Day. Man, Michael Cera, I hope he's not in this movie.
He has to be like a Goomba.
A random Goomba.
Yeah.
One is... no, the Koopas are all voiced by Jonah Hill, and all the Goombas are Michael Cera. Yeah. And then two talk together at one point. Alright, so Charlie Day. We're happy. I mean, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
That's the best of all of them, because it's not just being biased to Always Sunny. Luigi's supposed to be the scared one. And so to have, this schizophrenic, fucking crazy, insane person, this is perfect casting. That's literally perfect. That's fine.
Who's the next one?
Peach is played by the lead woman who was in Queen's Gambit on Netflix. I forgot her name. It's something Taylor Green or something like that. She's
Anne?
Yeah. It's Anne. She is the lead role in Queen's Gambit, which I really liked Queen's Gambit. It wasn't necessarily because of her. It was because of the writing was pretty good. But she's perfectly fine in the role. The problem is in that show she plays sort of a quiet, timid person. And this is a voice acting role. So basically we're going in blind here. I don't really know.
Wait, was in an animated movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Chris Pratt's not fucking in the Mario studio. Yeah, no, this is the same studio that did Despicable Me, Illumination.
Okay.
So it's probably gonna look. And here's the thing, I don't know who's writing it, but I can tell visually Despicable Me and that studio is probably one of the best. For animation wise, they're probably one of the best.
Yeah.
She was in the New Mutants movie.
Oh really?
Yeah. The horror movie thing.
Right.
And the movie's meh, but she did pretty good. She was
she's really... Everyone just likes her.
Yeah. She was like the psycho bitch, crazy bitch.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird to think of her as Peach.
But she was really loud and
Okay, that's good.
Really...
I'm just... sometimes whenever... It's like when Game of Thrones came out, those actors and actresses were in fucking everything, and now they're in nothing, you know? Because it was hot at the time, and now they're in, the movies they were in, no one cares about. They never did anything that memorable, you know? Game of Thrones was basically their career. And so,
which is sad because they're all good actors,
right? But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes whenever like new movies come out, Hollywood just like this actor's hot right now. Let's grab him up. And I hope this girl. If you're in the Mario movie, this is legendary, right? And if you look at the rest of the cast, this is fucking a big goddamn deal. And we're gonna get into the rest of it, but it's
definitely they're not taking it seriously.
The next character I'm gonna talk about is, so let's talk about Bowser.
Oh, who was it?
Do you remember, Jeremiah?
It was one that.
Jack Black.
Yes, Jack Black. It's Jack Black. Yes, Jack Black is Bowser. And this, I'm totally fine with that as long as he's not doing his regular talking voice. If he does a scary voice, even if I can tell it's Jack Black doing a voice, that's fine. You know, I think Jack Black as Bowser is fine because you need your you guys did you watch the Sonic movie yet?
No, not yet.
There's some cringy scenes, but most of the cringy scenes don't involve Jim Carrey Eggman. Jim Carrey is actually like. He's like a crazy person, but he's still intimidating and still fun to watch. Like, you actually want to see what he does next. And that's what you want with your antagonist. You want someone, especially if you want like a lighthearted antagonist like Bowser. So you want someone who's like fun to watch. So I think Bowser's going to be really fun.
I'm just glad that by the casting alone, it seems like they're not going to take the movie too seriously.
It's going to be
have fun with
it's going to be a dumb comedy that makes fun of itself. Like, so Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. And they already casted Cranky Kong as well, which means we're going a bit deeper into the Donkey Kong characters. I hope Diddy Kong's in it too, because I just say fuck it. Because the fact that Cranky Kong's in it is fucking insane, because this is not a Donkey Kong movie. But they're like, the thing is, we don't know if Seth Rogen is just going to be like a small bit, like, but if Donkey Kong is like there all the time, just being like, just like, hey Mario, I got some bananas. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, I actually really like that.
Yeah, like, so me and Shane make fun of Seth Rogen every day at work.
We have been for like the past couple weeks.
It's been a while now where we didn't, like, Ryan was working with us and we didn't say shit. We just started going like after every joke. We just kept doing it. And he was like, "Guy, I didn't realize I need to practice my Seth Rogen impression." And we just kept being like, "Hey, you want to smoke this weed?" Over and over.
It was, yeah.
And I can't wait. Like, even though I love making fun of him and I don't think he's that good, I'm totally fine with him being a monkey. Totally fine with him being Donkey Kong.
No, when you showed me that like voiceover of Donkey Kong laughing with his laugh, I was like, wait, it's perfect.
Yeah,
I love this.
Perfect. Hey, Seth Rogen. I can't remember how it goes. But, you know, I'm just trying to rip off Oni Plays, okay? Let's be real. But if I'm going to be compared to any podcast, I don't want to be compared to fucking Cumtown.
What a horrible name.
I want to be compared... Yeah, what the fuck's Cumtown?
Ooh.
Cum.
So edgy, funny, cum.
I want to be compared to Oni Plays and Super Mega and stuff like that. I don't want to be compared to...
Super Mega Cast.
Yeah, Super Mega Cast is amazing. We're nothing like them.
No.
But our sense of humor is directly inspired by Oni Plays and Super Mega. Not Cumtown. No. If this was Cumtown, I'd be like, hey, what's a popular female?
Megan Fox.
Yeah.
What a slut. And then, like, someone would just be laughing hysterically, not like, it's like one guy who just talks and everyone else just laughs really hard. And it's like, and literally, they're just like, it's just, the sense of humor of Cumtown is seriously, like, they talk about something interesting and then they just say, like, fucking bitch. That's it. That's Cumtown. I saved you guys a bunch of trouble. Fuck Cumtown.
I've never watched any of Cumtown because I hate them.
I've never watched the full podcast. I just watched the clips. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah.
I watched them talk about Chris Chan because it was funny. I just wanted to hear people. I wanted to hear normies talk about Chris Chan. That's what Tucker Carlson talking about him. I mean, come on. So Donkey Kong is Seth Rogen. Keegan-Michael Key is Toad. That's perfect casting. Keegan-Michael Key is Toad is fucking awesome. I'm actually really excited because you need a guy with a high pitched voice going "Wah!" to be Toad. So Keegan Michael Key's perfect. Who else is in the movie? I think that's all the big names.
I feel like there's one we're missing.
No casting for Wario, no casting for Yoshi. I feel like Yoshi's a big one. I feel like they might be saving Yoshi for 2, but like, it's fucking Yoshi. How do you not have Yoshi in the movie? That's weird to me.
It's gonna be the end credit scene. Is like, I don't know, who'd you cast as Yoshi?
John Cena. I have no idea. I literally don't know. Because, like, what kind of Yoshi are we going for? Are we going for, like, a high-pitched Yoshi? Are we going for, like, a Yoshi? Because, like, the thing with Mario, in the old cartoons, he had, like, the really deep, like, Brooklyn accent or something.
Yeah.
And with Chris Pratt Mario, that obviously they're not going for the games if they're doing Chris Pratt. Like, obviously. There's no way he's going to be going... It's not happening. Are they going to go for the Brooklyn style with Chris Pratt? Doubt it. Chris Pratt's going to just sound like Chris Pratt. I've never seen Chris Pratt here do a voice ever. He's just going to be fucking Chris Pratt. So it's like, again, get Danny DeVito, who at least...
Do you think he's going to cheat on his wife with the chick?
Yeah, he's going to... No, please, God. She's too good for him. The woman who plays Peach, Green... She's too good. Joy Green or
Anya Taylor
Green.
Yeah, hold on.
She's too good. She's too good for Chris Pratt.
She's hot.
Yeah. I don't want
Anya
Chris Pratt
Taylor Joy, not Taylor Green.
Oh, Taylor. Oh, I'm thinking Marjorie Taylor Green.
Yeah, you are.
Green. Yeah. What's her name? Anya Taylor Joy.
Joy. She's 25.
Yeah.
She was in the... she was that bitch in the Witch.
She was the bitch of the
Witch. Remember? She was the older sister.
What are you talking about? Witch?
The Witch.
The Vitch or whatever.
Vitch.
Yeah. Oh, she was the witch herself. She was the one at the very end who like started like flying at the end.
Yeah.
Did we see her naked?
Remember the Vivitch?
Yeah, I know the movie by the guy who did Hereditary and Midsommar.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, he did Lighthouse, which that stars William Dafoe.
Huh.
So I kind of want to watch that movie sometime. Actually, we could watch that tomorrow.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah. She's gonna be in Furiosa.
What the fuck is that?
The Mad Max spinoff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, Hollywood has really just decided she's the one. Like, they're just like, you're the one.
She was in the Mad Max... Oh, wait, that's... She's just in Mad Max.
Oh, really?
The new Mad Max.
What character was she?
I don't know.
She had to be one of the side ones, I guess.
Maybe she wasn't in the original, but she's like going to be in the other ones.
Obviously, she wasn't in the original, but I meant Fury Road.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, sorry, that's what I meant. Is she wasn't in Fury Road? It's weird. The fucking Mad Max is hard to talk about because Fury Road is a sequel.
The original one
technically, it's like a soft reboot.
It's a soft reboot of the Mel Gibson one. You know, Mel Gibson, the fucking not good person. We talked about him last podcast, how he's a piece of shit.
You know, I saw the original Mad Max and I was like, I see why people like it. But I watched Fury Road. You can see how it
inspired things.
Right, and I watched Fury Road.
There would be like no Fallout without Mad Max, basically.
Fury Road is like a lot of people's favorite movie.
Fury Road is, significantly... I mean, well, Fury Road's a very modern... They could have just done a shitty reboot. Again, there's like RoboCop was. They could have just done like a fucking shitty reboot.
But they didn't. I was like, meh, I don't really get it. I don't really like it.
I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
I'm always like, cool, and I just don't care more than that.
Yeah.
It's like the people who are
It's good for like...
What about the people who think John Wick is like the best thing ever?
I don't know. John Wick's a better movie than Fury Road was.
John Wick's... I haven't seen Fury Road, but John Wick 1 through 3 are all pretty good.
There's a lot of people who like think John Wick's the coolest thing ever.
I wouldn't say it's the coolest thing ever. It's really good. If you want a really like...
Right.
It's better than any action movie out there, I'd say.
There's just a lot of people who cling to like one specific movie for some reason. And it's like, have you just not watched the other ones? I don't know.
It's better than like all the Rock.
Oh well, yeah, for sure.
Like any other action movie
Anything with
that's
the Rock
come
in
out.
it, just turn it off. You don't need to watch that shit.
Because John Wick doesn't do the action comedy that other action movies try to do. It's just old style
It's not Fast
90s.
and the Furious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
all-
Terminator.
Yeah, it's old style 90s action flick. You know, I think that's why people like it so much. It's a lot like The Matrix. Like
30 to 40.
All right. We had
sorry for the little jump cut.
Well, just go. Just keep going. Talk about the Matrix.
The new Matrix movie that's coming out.
Movie.
Matrix 4.
It's called Matrix. It's called Matrix 4D. It's called Matrix. It's called Matrix Forever. It's called Matrix. What's another good one?
And there, that was it. Matrix, not far from here.
Matrix, not far away.
Not for you.
Left 4 Dead.
But you guys watched the trailer for that, right?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
I had not even heard about this until just
Keanu
now.
Reeves is good.
Oh, really?
He's in it. I mean,
Oh yeah.
trailer's out. But
And it's Neo.
all I saw was the thumbnail, and he's like the main character again, right?
Yeah.
All I saw was the thumbnail, and it was like that's
But-
literally modern day Keanu Reeves. Like he looks right like he does, same hair, same beard, and so it's like he doesn't look like Neo anymore. He looks like Keanu Reeves now. So it's weird to think about.
Yeah. Well, like
He
Neo,
literally looked like John Wick was in Matrix.
I know.
It didn't look like Neo.
but Neo dies at the end of the third movie.
That's actually a John Wick crossover.
Yeah.
No, it's I don't know. I mean, it's the Matrix. They're gonna have
And
some
also,
bullshit explanation.
what's it? Morpheus is dead because of the video game.
Well, Morpheus might not be. Wait, he died in the video game?
Yeah, and the video game is canon.
Huh.
So Morpheus won't be in the new one.
Well, that's fine. I highly doubt they can get all the actors. But the real
No, the actor was like pissed they didn't invite him back.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That is kind of bullshit.
they replaced him with someone.
Well, why don't they just have them be a part of like flashbacks or like a video thing? Or, like, you know how like in Man of Steel.
You haven't seen the trailer. Have you seen the trailer?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
In Man of Steel, they have like a projection of what's his fucking name from Gladiator. They have,
No.
Superman's dad is like a projection you talk to.
Mel Gibson?
Yes. Mel Gibson's like, Superman, you're my son. The Jews have controlled it. The Jews destroyed Krypton, Superman.
The Jewish space laser is real.
The Jews built the laser.
They destroyed Krypton. They're coming for Earth.
They're coming for Earth. Kill all the Jews.
But, yeah.
But Dad, I've learned to love everyone. I'm not a bigot. No, son. Bigotry is the only way. Dad, hologram, are you drunk again? He's like, drinks the bottle, puts down the vest. No. I'm a hologram. Holograms can't be drunk. But did you record this drunk? No. How did you know I was going to say that? What?
Oh no, I'm shutting down now.
Oh, power stated. Dad, this is all pre-scripted. Why did you script this part in? Dad, you just made the noise with your mouth. Your visual's still up. You didn't go away anywhere. That's weird.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Gonna have to fix that one.
Gonna have to figure that out.
Why are you still talking?
Dad,
This is scripted. How are you still?
let's join hands in prayer. Dear Jesus.
Have you seen my movie?
Wasn't that
Passion
movie
of
I
the
made for
Christ?
you really good? Anyway, Braveheart's the best movie ever.
Second to Passion of the Christ.
Second to Passion of the Christ. Third place, Mad Max. Not Fury Road. Hate that movie. They put feminism in that movie.
You fucking gaslighted me at work one time and said that Johnny Olsen was in a cuckold relationship with Superman.
I was doing a hypothetical, but you took it as like I literally was like, what if hypothetically?
No, you didn't. You said, "Did you know?"
I might know.
You definitely
We were
did.
talking about Superman fucking your girlfriend. We were talking about a superhero who cucked you, basically.
Yeah.
And I started talking about Jimmy Olsen being cucked by Superman, but I thought you knew.
No,
thought
I
you
was
knew
like,
that was
what?
hypothetical. Like,
I
what
did
if
not-
what if they made a Superman comic
No.
where Jimmy Olsen was dating someone? I think I said dating Lois Lane.
Yeah, and Superman was cooking him.
You thought? No, but you know what's weird is that Peter Parker and Harry Osborn both go after Mary Jane, and like they both take turns dating her. It's fucking weird.
And then Spider-Man just jumps in too. Like
and she doesn't know that she's cheating on Peter with Spider-Man. That's fucking weird.
and he does, and he's fine with it.
Yeah, and he's like, this is kind of kinky, but wait, she definitely doesn't know my secret identity.
I mean, that's the same with Lois and Clark and Superman too. Is like
Yeah.
she'll date Clark,
Yeah, but
and then Superman shows up, and she's like, "Thank God!" Like,
yeah. I don't know everything about the origin of their relationship. I know in the original Superman movie, Clark's not dating her whenever she writes her like piece on Superman, and like they basically she calls it a night with Superman or something.
Mhm.
They basically are on a date, but it's an interview. He like flies her around and stuff. She's like, "Do you have X-ray vision? What color underwear am I wearing?" And he's like, "Pink." And she's like,
she's like, "You liar! I'm not wearing underwear."
"You liar! You lying sack of shit." And then she's like spreading eagle the whole time.
She like she's
really spreading eagle.
she spits it.
Who said I'm wearing? He walks in. Oh God! She's like, "What? I always say it like this." And he's like, "Do you know I have X-ray vision, right?" She's like, "What?" It's laundry day. It's laundry day. That's why I'm not wearing underwear. My razor. All my razors are gone. That's why I have a giant hairy bush right now.
But he would be able to see through it. Like, how?
I know. Yeah. When I think of X-ray vision, I don't think of him like seeing through clothes as much as I think of him seeing like bones and stuff. I don't think he can like see everyone naked, and if he can, it's probably like a really weird visual. It's probably not like I can only delete people's clothes. It's probably more like he sees their bones and shit. It's like when you go to the airport and they can see like your dick basically, but it's just like a white blob, but they can see like the outline of it. And they're like, "Whoa!"
Got a bomb in there, or
No one's got a-
just happy to see me?
No one's got a boner at the airport, right? Like that's not. Who would have a boner in the air?
How could you? The
I mean-
airport's like so stressful.
They start shoving their fingers up my ass. I can't promise anything.
Yeah,
but-
but it's either they
Once
either
they start patting me down, it's fair game.
they either frisk you or they see you naked. Basically, that's like your two options. They either grab your genitals or look at your genitals. There's no.
I mean, there no promises either way, but like,
But like when you go to the doctor,
But also, can
it's
Superman?
Like it's like a medical guy, and then whenever you go to the airport, it's like some fat guy, and you're like looking at everyone naked. It's kind of weird.
Can Superman control how deep his X-ray vision goes?
I don't know if they've ever talked about it in the comics.
I don't know in the comics. I know usually when they show it in a cartoon, he can.
Yeah, he can adjust it. That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
It does. He can shoot lasers out of his eyes. What do you mean it doesn't make sense? It's
Right.
not like he's always shooting.
If it's
lasers like
literal-
Cyclops.
It's literal X-ray vision, right? Like he can't see through lead.
Yeah.
Then it would go to their bone. Like he wouldn't be able to control how deep it goes.
Well, yeah, but you're suggesting an on-off switch. I'm suggesting like a focus, like
A volume knob.
Yeah, like he sees all of us the way we are, or the way we see each other, and then he can like go further in. That's how I've always perceived it. You know.
Dumb.
Okay, well. Oh, so you're calling Superman dumb, and all the people who work on Superman are calling them dumb. That's what you're saying right now.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, Superman was created by a Jew, you bigot.
You know,
I never said I wasn't one.
the vast majority of superheroes were probably created by Jews.
That's... Wait, is Stan Lee Jewish?
No, I actually don't think he is.
Okay,
But
so...
Captain America
Also,
was
like
definitely
every
made by-
movie ever was made by Jews.
Yeah. Passion of the Christ. Mel Gibson. He loves the Jews. He's obsessed with them, you could say. He believes that they are the cause of everything. Yeah, no. Stan Lee, I don't think he's Jewish. I'm pretty sure he's not.
Steve Ditko was though, right?
A lot of those guys, they worked in New York, and like all the New York has like Jews everywhere.
That's like it's L.A. and New York is where all the Jews are in the United States.
So like, yeah, so a bunch of Jews worked at Marvel, and like Captain America would punch Hitler. Shut up, you don't know that. A lot of Americans like that Hitler guy.
A lot of Americans did like that, or do like that.
A lot of Americans still like that Hitler guy.
Yeah.
And then one day, could you imagine? You're working at Marvel. Donald Trump just got elected. Ooh, I'm so mad. Ooh, I'm so angry. I'm going to make Captain America Hail Hydra. I'm going to say Captain America was a Hydra agent this entire time. That symbol that he stands for, everything he stands for, nah, he's a Hydra agent, which is basically a Nazi. And like he was written by two Jewish guys.
You just grabbed the back. You didn't look at me.
I don't need to. I see.
It's funny.
But no, Captain America is written by two Jewish guys. Imagine in like 2015 or 16 or whatever, you're just like, no, he's a fucking Nazi now. Why don't you just go fucking piss on their graves while you're at it?
Yeah,
bunch of assholes. All for what?
So after you eat these, it'll probably start kicking in about like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Heidi made edibles. Yeah. I kept telling her to make edibles.
I don't think she... What?
You didn't know? I thought she said it was a surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think she kept calling it a surprise?
That's why I was like fucking tripping. I don't know. That's why I was super high all of a sudden.
I mean... If I was really high off edibles...
Oh my god.
If I was really high off edibles, it would be way different. You'd definitely be able to tell.
Or I couldn't because I'm also high off edibles right now.
Shit, right. We like play this podcast back and it's just like a bunch of like pauses where we're just not talking.
We play it back and it's just like...
I don't do that, but...
No, because we're high.
Oh, yeah.
And we don't think we are.
In animation, whenever... Or, no. I was just thinking about Family Guy, but... In movies and everything, whenever people like smoke weed, they don't act like they're actually high. They just act like crazy people.
Or act like nothing is happening at all. Like, either it does not affect them, or they're, like, insane.
Yeah. I love this. There's a Family Guy bit that I actually really, really like. Like...
The one where they lick
Peter...
Chris? Or Peter and...
Huh?
Peter and Lois are licking Chris. They're licking him in their underwear.
No.
And he's crying. He's like, why? It's like Peter on one side and Lois on the other, just both licking his cheek. And he goes, why?
Oh, because they were high or something?
Yeah, they were like hallucinating and they're like licking candy together. But they're in their underwear just like licking his face.
But, no. There was
Family Guy presents this like it's not a big deal.
I know. There's this bit where like Peter smokes meth or something. He's like he's in Chris's room. He's like, "Oh man, what you doing, son? Oh, cool. I'm gonna go pull out my eyes. They're really bothering me. I'm gonna go scoop my eyes out with a fork. They're really bothering me." He just pulls them. So he cracks me up every time I see it.
Was that the Red Bull episode?
I don't know.
No, he's high on meth. I haven't seen that one. I was talking about the one where they're like high off of marijuana.
Yeah.
Because Peter and Lois were in a band, and they're like, we have to use our inspiration, and they start smoking. And they like have hallucinations because that's what happens when you smoke weed. You like hallucinate.
Family Guy left ass.
Yeah, they're not on Adult Swim anymore, which is crazy to think about because Adult Swim before Family Guy and Futurama was just like Aqua Teen, Home Movies, Harvey Birdman, C-Lab 2021. All the stuff that I went back to try to watch on HBO Max and was like, none of this held up except for Aqua Teen. And the rest really did not hold up at all. And then Futurama left, but we still had Family Guy and American Dad and Cleveland shows. And then eventually King of the Hill. So it was fine. We still had those like Fox shows. And without Family Guy, it's like, that's really weird to think about.
Yeah.
But Family Guy is on like 20 channels, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's been syndicated for a while.
Yeah, it's one of the more syndicated, like, animated shows. King of the Hill's the same way. It's on a lot of channels. That's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
No biggie. Biggie.
What's Seth MacFarlane even up to nowadays?
I don't know.
He's like, oh, you guys don't like Cleveland Show. Got canceled. I like Cleveland Show. No, I'm being Seth MacFarlane. Cleveland Show's probably better than Family Guy.
I don't know. I've only watched...
Pretty bad. At least it got bad. It used to be pretty good.
American Dad's good. I don't know if he's still working on it.
Peanut, we're an American Dad.
Yeah.
I don't know if he writes on it. I know he's still...
He did that show called The Orville.
Oh, people really like that show. People really like that show. People think that show's better than current Star Trek. People would rather watch that to get their Star Trek fix than watch Star Trek, because Star Trek is so bad now. Is that because Orville is good or because Star Trek is bad? You tell me.
Probably the latter.
But even though it's like a comedy, they're basically like, it still has real sci-fi stories versus Star Trek, which is just like action bullshit nowadays.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I've never...
Well, people really like it. People like Orville. I never watched it. I don't care. I don't like Seth MacFarlane.
I've seen a couple episodes. It's not bad, but I've never really been a Star Trek person either.
Yeah.
Does it have that Seth MacFarlane Family Guy humor where there's a ton of cutbacks, flashbacks?
No.
It's not, when I think of Seth MacFarlane, I think of like him being like, that fat guy farted over there, and then like the camera pans to the fat guy, and he's like, I'm a member. It's like someone who would never be a member of the Star Trek crew. I'm a member of the Star Trek crew, and he just like farts, and then Seth MacFarlane's like, God, that smells. That's what I think of.
No, I mean they have their rip-off Klingons. And Norm Macdonald plays a big like snot blob.
Anymore.
Not anymore. Oh yeah,
He died.
he's dead.
Like last week.
Yeah,
He like, just died.
yeah.
I can't put a face.
He's he played a lot of different people, mostly in like the 90s, I think. But
He was on SNL at the same time as like
like the 90s people.
Adam Sandler, and
He's
yeah.
in Mike Tyson Mysteries.
he's hilarious in Mike Tyson Mysteries.
He's one of those guys that like, I don't know, the people who normally like what's his face? Fuck, his face is in my white guy, bald.
Bill Burr.
Yes. See, you knew before I even said it.
I thought I knew who you were talking
Bill
about.
Burr like Norm Macdonald. That's just like how it works. Something about their sense of humor gets like, it's like the wires cross perfectly.
Both of them are really good at the whole like I don't give a fuck thing.
Yeah.
Where they just kind of say whatever, and then someone's like, "Wow, that's really offensive," and they're like, "Go fuck yourself," and then they just
Norm Macdonald has this joke. Fuck. I can't remember what he said. He says something like, men are smarter than women. And then like the crowd was like booing. And it was actually a woman wrote that joke, so now I don't know what to think. And everyone's like started laughing. He's like, just kidding, we don't hire women at SNL. And he like moves on quickly to the next thing. That's like his style. He said, there's on TikTok, I think it's because he just died, people are taking this scene from Mike Tyson Mysteries. And I keep seeing girls doing it, but it's this voice clip where he's like, you notice the girls. You jacking off yet? Because if you are, it's weird, and you're the only one who does it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I think it's because he died, that clip is going around now.
Yeah.
But TikTok's loving it.
It's like some weird animated thing.
It's Mike Tyson Mysteries.
Oh.
It's yeah.
Which doesn't star Mike Tyson, but does star Norm Macdonald.
It does star Mike Tyson, at least at the end, because he does the live action bit.
Oh, well, yeah. He was totally down with the show.
Yeah.
But he definitely did not voice himself because he... Have you ever listened to that guy talk? Like modern times?
I actually just watched
Watch him on like Joe Rogan or
Joey Diaz and him did a podcast together, and I watched that.
He's like really hard to follow.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just that he's hard to even understand with his like crazy lisp and like just the way he talks, but like
the brain damage.
Yeah, the way what he goes from like one thing to the next, like it's really hard to follow what he's talking about. So I would be surprised if he took a voice acting role.
I watched him on this podcast, and it's called Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson gets people on, and they get high together. But there was like,
he became a huge pothead.
Yeah, there was like a few minutes in a row where he just leaned back from the mic and kept talking, and you could not really hear what he said at all. And Joey Diaz just kept like. He knew that he was too far away from the mic, and so he was trying to like bring him back. And
everyone wears the headphones so they can hear each other, so they know how they sound for the finished product.
Yeah,
and then he just doesn't get shit with his eye. Yeah, he talked about that on one of the Joe Rogans, how he just gets high now because it's hard to deal with his brain. Like,
he got the shit beat out of him for so long.
He raped people in his past.
Yeah,
and he's killed people before he was a boxer.
Yeah,
wait, for real?
He's his life is fucking insane.
The
only reason he became a boxer is because he was just fucking huge dude, and this guy was just be a boxer. And then he just climbed up the ranks because he was a fucking he was an animal.
Was he in a gang or something?
He was homeless in New York by the time he was 16 because his dad left when he was a kid and his mom died when he was 16.
Oh wow!
And so he ended up surviving in New York in the 70s as a 16-year-old.
Even when he was a famous boxer, he had that gangster attitude about things. And I don't mean oh, cool guy, fucking about. No, I mean he straight up acted like he was in a gang war at all times.
Yeah.
He was a criminal, basically. And he still would do fucked up stuff like that. He would abuse people physically, basically. He would fuck people up.
Well, that's why he would win fights in 35 seconds or whatever, is because he was fighting
he was relentless.
If there wasn't a ref here, you'd be dead in 40 seconds.
And it doesn't help that he's insanely buff and moves lightning fast. He's insane.
Yeah.
How do you even fight that motherfucker? And not only that,
you run away is how you fight that motherfucker.
Not only is he stronger than you and faster than you, he's just unloading. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. The way to beat him, I think Holyfield beat him by actually fighting technically and blocking a lot of blows and trying to tire him out. That took a lot. You have to have endurance to do that. You have to take some fucking punches from the hardest hitting guy in boxing to do that. It pissed him off. That's why he bit his ear off. They bit apart half his ear off.
Yeah,
because he was getting pissed off because he couldn't knock him out, and that's telling that he is so used to just killing you that he got so mad by not winning instantly that he bit the fucker's ear.
Whose ear did he bite off?
Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, Evander Holyfield.
But Holyfield won in that fight, or
yeah.
I mean, I'm
pretty sure Holyfield. Wait, am I?
It had to be
I'm pretty sure it was that fight. Yeah.
They had to Holyfield just give it to Holyfield after he got his ear bit off.
Holyfield was the one who ended Tyson's reign, basically. But it's not like Tyson didn't come back. Tyson was pretty big for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, but basically,
if you lose one fight,
Tyson,
and then you keep winning,
Tyson
doesn't matter.
My thing is, when it comes to athletes I actually respect, which is not very many, I like following them. And I remember when Tyson was everyone was he's doing great now, and he's guys, I totally failed rehab. I'm not who I say I am. And I was no. But now I think now he smokes a bunch of weed because he said something to Joe Rogan once that was it's because he has a hard time dealing with the things he's done, and now he's he's finally for the first time a well-rounded individual. And he's so I I have to. He's I have PTSD from what I've done to people, so. And weed helps him with that. And I mean, it's hard to blame someone when well, I mean, I wish he didn't rape someone. I wish he didn't rape a woman, but it's hard to come to terms with that.
Yeah.
It's a crazy thing to think about. If you want to have a good time, watch watch Mike Tyson interviews.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I mean, I've told Shane this a million times, where he's just like, actually, I think we talked about a podcast before, where he's like getting interviewed by a woman.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I don't speak to women unless they're sucking on their knees, sucking my cock or something.
Yeah, she's like, so if you want to ask another question, then I suggest you better. He's like literally telling you on the spot, like, I get it. All right, well, I'm not going to answer unless you.
Yeah.
But he has an interview, he's like, he's like, you know what it's like? I don't get to fornicate with no one. You know how fucking depressing it is? Like, can't I just at least get a blowjob?
Putting that Mike Tyson voice where
Yeah.
he's like,
I can't.
kid, I can't. Oh, no.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to do it. I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
He's just like, can I at least get a blowjob?
That was.
It's Sylvester from Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Southern
Southern.
fucking hash.
Come on, sweetie, can I at least get a blowjob? See, I go way too into the cartoon shit. I can't do them for real. But he can do me. I don't know. But anyway, yeah.
He could if he wanted to.
Yeah, I can't stop him. I can't fucking stop him. I can't say no to him. But yeah. Well, there's also the famous quotes where he's like yelling at a guy. He's like about to get in a fight. It's like on like a Hollywood red carpet thing, and he's like yelling at a guy, and he's like, "Oh fuck you! I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot." That's the best thing he's ever said.
Oh, man. His voice paired with the fact that he is genuinely one of the most scary human beings
Yes.
who could scream at you.
Yeah. Well, that's why the Frederick Tatum, the Simpsons boxer, is just Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
and it's fucking hilarious. Everything with that character is hilarious because he literally just is a character. That's the character. It's Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I love that man though. He's awesome. Norm Macdonald, Mike Tyson Mysteries. Norm Macdonald's fucking dead. He's worm food.
If you haven't watched Mike Tyson Mysteries, you should.
He plays a pigeon.
Yeah. I mean, I saw
Yeah. A very misogynistic pigeon.
That's his character, though.
Well, that's like him in real life.
Yeah.
He just makes a bunch of very vulgar, off-color jokes.
I'm pretty sure they pretty much let him write his character there. Or, like, improv it or something.
There's a clip
Like,
that went around where he was on The View in like the 90s.
yeah.
And he's like, I hope Clinton. He's like, he says something. He's like, I can't wait for a different president than Clinton. You know, he's a murderer, right? And they're like, all right, let's not talk about this. He's like, well, I thought everyone knew that he was a murderer. He murdered someone. And he was like on The View, and they're just like, stop talking about it. And he just kept, and like they like paused, and it's like really awkward. And he's like, yeah, I thought everyone just knew about that. And then like one of them stands up and like yells, like hits him or something.
Did Clinton murder someone? What?
Probably.
The
full clip that isn't as viral is he was a huge George W. Bush supporter, and he was really wanted George Bush to win the election. So that's the thing people don't always talk about with Norm. But I mean, he never really pushed politics either way. I just think it's funny to talk about Bill Clinton killing people.
Yeah.
But I despise George W. But to be fair, he didn't lie about 9/11 yet, so
Yeah, it was like,
yeah,
you didn't know.
I don't blame you.
That was like, I mean, if that came out in like 99, 2000, that's still like...
You have to think, a lot of people didn't like Bill Clinton at the time because they probably saw Democrats and Bill Clinton as a bunch of liars and cheaters and people with dirty
misogynists and
money. Well, I think the Republicans who were against Bill Clinton on that were not really against him because of misogyny.
No, but that's what they would throw it as. Like, look at this misogynistic asshole. Like, we hate abortion, but at least we're not, like, forcing 20-year-olds to blow us. Like, and then they were, but, like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of Bill Clinton, have you guys seen the Monica Lewinsky movie that's coming out?
No.
It's like the... it's made by the same people who did the...
Is it a documentary or is it real?
It's like a...
It's like a narrative-driven story.
Yeah, it's like
Monica Lewinsky
the
is very
O.J.
interesting.
Simpson.
Oh, that's cool. It's them?
Netflix. Yeah, it's the
Okay.
same people.
Well, it'll probably be good.
Yeah.
Monica
It's
Lewinsky is
Monica
a very
Lewinsky.
interesting person. A lot of... She like talked about what happened a long time ago, but I don't know. The way people talk about that event,
They
it's
make
really
her
weird.
the bad guy, and I don't think she was. She wants it.
She wasn't. The thing is, the Republicans talk about Bill Clinton as if he raped an underage girl, and the Democrats talk about it as if Bill Clinton was in an open polyamorous relationship, and she had a huge crush on Bill, and this was her dream or something. The reality was that they were, she was being promiscuous. She was only like 20 or 21 or something, though.
Yeah, like very young.
Very young, and he was like very old. And also, Bill Clinton possibly raped multiple people, but this one wasn't
He
rape.
probably did.
This one
'cause
wasn't rape.
That went around as a rumor when he was governor too.
Right. It's not that it was rape, though. What it was just the fact that he was promiscuous and he would chase the skirts. He would go after pretty much every girl. And Hillary was like, I don't give... I can't stop it, Like, I'm trying to ride this till I'm president.
Yeah.
She was building a career. Like,
Hillary used to be hot too.
I've never found her hot.
I don't even think young Hillary's hot.
No.
Really? I thought I saw a picture of young
Well, here's the
Hillary.
thing. As a woman, because I'm a straight male, it's hard for me to find a lot of women ugly. So she's like perfectly fine and acceptable.
Yeah.
But like I don't say I'm like jerking off to her.
Yeah, I never see a
Well, I
picture of
guess-
Hillary Clinton do the like auga
Yeah,
like
I'm not like steam's not coming out of my
I guess
Yeah.
when I saw that picture, I was like, "Wow,
You're
she's
like,
more attractive than I thought she would
well,
be."
yeah,
at that
well, she wasn't
right.
always an old bitch.
Right.
There was a time where she was a young bitch. She wasn't always old.
Can you believe she stayed married to Bill Clinton all this time and she didn't even get to be president?
What was it? Yeah. Who's the real cuck? You actually got cucked in your
She
life.
cucked herself.
Yeah, you could have left at any time. No. I'm gonna stay with him and be president one day. What was her, in our scenario, did she go to jail, or was it just Bill and Trump?
No, it was
she became the kingpin of the female prison.
Yeah.
That's right.
yeah, okay.
And Bill Clinton and Donald Trump were cellmates in male prison, and they were not in charge of anything.
And George W. Bush kept coming in and out. He was like the
Or was it Biden? No, Biden was the one who...
No, Biden wasn't a thing yet when we recorded that, was he?
No.
Shit, maybe we didn't talk about Biden.
Biden wasn't even in. No, so George was like the guy. He was like the crack addict who kept coming in and out of prison on like bail and
Oh,
shit.
yeah. George was the guy who would go into prison and get out like in a week.
And his dad,
Yeah.
his dad would bail him
But-
out or whatever.
Yeah.
Biden was the one who was like trying to do favors or something to get them out, but couldn't. But his hands were always tied.
Was that Biden?
No, that was Hillary.
No, Hillary was kingpin of the female. Hillary sends them in things in. Hillary
Okay, yeah.
Hillary would send her.
No,
people.
that was George Bush. George Bush would smuggle
smuggle
things.
things in, but Hillary was the one operating the whole thing, and Hillary would set up plans to get them out, but they would always fail. because Donald Trump and Bill Clinton are idiots.
Biden.
Always fail.
We didn't talk about Biden at all.
Yeah, Biden was. Yeah, but I think at the time Biden was a thing still.
I think at the
I think
time
s-
we
I-
were
so
all
I think
still
Biden-
hoping for someone else.
Yeah, but we knew Biden was a thing.
Okay, so Hunter Biden's in the same prison as them, and Biden just comes in to visit his son, and
Like,
he just constantly runs
Biden,
into
you gotta
him.
get- No, wait. Oh, Obama was. It was Obama, it wasn't Biden. Obama was the one. They're like, Obama, you gotta get us out, and he's like, I'd like to, but my hands are tied.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But Biden fits in where he's just visiting his
Yeah,
son, and he
Biden
just
would-
always runs in.
He's still president in our scenario.
Yeah.
So Biden visits the president of America visits his son Hunter in prison, and Trump and Bill are like in the next cell over or something.
Yeah,
Or like it's just visiting hours in Trump's
and Biden's just in the background, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, hey, Biden!" Like,
well, they look at him like, that's Joe Biden. Joe Biden, you gotta write us apart, dude. You gotta write us apart, dude. Are we bros or are we not?
yeah,
And then Biden's like, yeah, you know that crime bill, you guys said I wrote that. And Bill's like, well, you did. Yeah, well, the media's kind of going crazy over that, kind of really blaming me, and I feel like you had more to do with that than me. You were president after all. So maybe you should make a statement, Bill. Instead of how I had nothing to do with the crime bill. And
Obama's just standing behind him, massaging his shoulders.
It's like whispering in Biden's ear, but you can't quite make out what he's saying. It's just like
Biden's mouth just moving at the same time.
Obama starts drinking water while Biden starts talking.
He's like, now you, what's that? Yeah, so you, yeah. He just stops mid-sentence to listen to Obama. But it's very clear that all Obama's saying is, he's not actually saying anything.
No, there should be an episode where it's like a fake out at the end, but it starts out with like Trump's getting out early because Obama pulled some strings. And then Bill's like, "No, I'm next, right?" And then Trump's like, "Well, I don't know. He didn't say anything about you." And then Bill's like really bummed. The whole episode, Bill's like super sad about it. And then Trump's like it's a fake out. At the end, Trump doesn't get out, but because we have to return to status quo. But I just think it'd be funny if Obama tried hard to get Trump out. Bill, this is like, he like opens up his heart locket of the two of them. And he like takes out Obama's face.
Tear drops onto the photo.
He drops out Obama.
Oh man, I would watch the fuck out of that show.
We need to make this show. Trump and Clinton in prison. What were they in prison for? Was it because they're both rapists?
I think it was because they're both rapists. Because that's what I think it got brought up because we were talking about all the Biden getting accused of rape at the time. Because that was like early 2020.
Yeah, well, Bill probably did more than Biden. I mean, Biden did. I think Biden probably did that one thing.
Yeah.
But Bill definitely did like multiple times.
Yeah, and so did Trump.
I mean, when Trump,
with Trump you could pretty much pick.
Who all said, yeah. Oh yeah, there's an audio clip right now on TikTok that's going around again where it's Trump. It's Trump's voice. He says it. He says, "I owned the buildings that the beauty pageants were in, and I would walk in and see naked women, and they just couldn't do anything about it because I owned the place." And he said, "I'm inspecting my business," and he would just stand there and look at naked women. They just had to deal with it.
Yeah.
Imagine being like, "Oh, Donald Trump, I'm so glad to see you, and I hope our business deal is going through. You know, my wife's competing in this. Oh, you saw her backstage. Oh, okay." I mean, that's.
I feel like that's
There's
a thing businessmen would be okay with, though. Like at that level.
If they were trying to gain favors, yes.
Yeah.
But if Trump was trying to gain favor with them, then that could backfire for Trump. Problem is, I don't think that situation ever happened.
No.
But it's weird. That's like the level of misogyny we're talking about when you don't care about anything at all. You just straight up like, women are literally objects for me to look at, and that's all they exist for. And that's Donald Trump. And then you want to say he's not a rapist? I mean, listen. He's a rapist.
Yeah.
I mean, there's court papers for his rape. They settled out of court. But which I don't blame anyone. If you settle out of court with a billionaire, I don't blame you. But we all know he did it. Just like Bill Clinton did it.
Just like Bill Clinton.
Bunch of rapists. But also, we know Bill Clinton. Well, I guess Trump was also friends with Epstein. So yeah, we know there's women who came forward, but then there's also the women on the islands. So like, the amount of rape here. And yeah, America, the most powerful country in the world, is ran by a bunch of rapists. So.
And it has been for a while.
Long time.
It always makes me wonder about Obama and Bush too.
Obama was the one where he was like, I'm going to expose the government. I'm going to make things way more transparent. And then like the first day, he was like, no.
Yeah, because he was anti-Snowden and everything too.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's what I'm saying. When he first was elected, he said he was going to like pull the camera in and show how everything works.
Yeah.
And then he just was like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. He just like literally day one or day two, he's like, nah, never mind.
Nah, shit's fucked. You don't want to see this shit.
That's what it always made me wonder. Like, man, like what is going on that we don't know? That like because why did he 180 so fast? And so it makes me wonder, like, I don't know if they, like, had dirt on him. I don't know if they're, like, come to Epstein's Island. But what I do think happened is it just, like, showed him something, like, you can't talk, like, you don't realize how bad it is. So I think it's just something going on that we don't. I don't know. He probably just watched a bunch of like videos of civilians being fucked up by like drones or whatever, or just like bomb strikes in general, or just American soldiers or whatever.
Us using drones for on its target practice on the border
I think
or whatever.
He was the one who really started the drone thing, but
oh yeah.
But we were in Iraq doing some fuck shit, and also we had the whole he ran on shutting down Guantanamo Bay, and
you know what's weird to think about?
That never happened. Yeah.
It's weird that literally anyone could be president and just know all the deepest, darkest secrets of our entire
I'm
government.
waiting for Trump to expose them, but he just won't do it.
Yeah, I know.
But
literally, like, anyone could. Whereas, like, other government officials have to have all this, like...
You have to really prove your worth.
Yeah,
you have
but
to top your class.
Right. But anyone could be president. And like, top-level CIA agents who know all that's going on...
Yeah, look.
Is like still
Ronald
not
Reagan,
as powerful as the person.
Ronald Reagan was an actor.
Yeah,
and he was like, "I'm going to be president because this nation needs God." And they just like did all the insane shit that they've probably been wanting him to do. The capitalists have probably been wanting for a long time, and then he just did it. You know,
it's just weird to think that like anybody could just run a country.
JFK was a mobster son. I don't remember what LBJ was. Ford was, he was like third in line because of Nixon or whatever, who was also an actor.
Yeah. Oh, Nixon was?
Yeah. He was, head of the Actors Guild.
What the fuck?
The
Republicans...
Carter was a peanut farmer. And,
yeah.
And a submarine admiral, I think.
It's just weird to think about.
Yeah.
That, like, all our government secrets are just...
Jeremiah, do you
anyone.
hate AOC?
No.
I feel like a lot of people, it's like love or hate her.
I think that last stunt she did was really fucking dumb with the...
Tax the rich.
The dress, yeah.
It's
performative.
It made me cringe.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm fine with it. I agree with it. I don't think she shouldn't have done it, because, like, usually New York politicians go to that thing. It's just the execution made me cringe. It just wasn't cool. Like, it was really lame.
The thing is, I thought she was interesting and said some interesting things when she first really started getting popular.
Yeah.
And then she's kind of done jack shit, and she just fits in with the rest of them now.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say she did jack shit. It's just that Democrats just keep not doing, as a collective, they're just not doing anything.
Yeah.
We own everything, and because two Democrats keep voting no on everything we want to do, nothing gets done. But I kind of have a theory that if those two weren't the ones doing it, someone else would say no.
Two more would jump up, yeah.
I think they're always making sure they're at that threshold where nothing can get done.
It's that disgusting dance of partisan politics of like, we can't ever let anything actually happen because it would make too much change happen.
Now that we control everything, you know, it'd be nice if Biden just called them out or just was like, next election, I'm gonna put my own guy in and root for them. They did that to, what's his name? One of the guys who co-wrote the Green New Deal. He's like a really old senator.
Yeah.
And Nancy Pelosi put in like JFK's, like a Kennedy. They read a Kennedy against this guy. So it's a Kennedy who's like in bed with Pelosi against this guy who co-wrote the Green New Deal because they don't like him because he's progressive. They don't like him. And so it's like, yeah, they want people who fall in line, and that's why we need to vote more progressives in. And then I think things will actually change. But yeah, but people don't like AOC because the squad voted back in Pelosi. They didn't force the vote. They didn't stop Pelosi. Like, they could have put someone else instead of her. I think they wanted the devil that they knew versus the devil they didn't know. The problem is Pelosi's like the worst ever. Pelosi's terrible. She needs to go.
You know who she reminds me of? the way she talks, the way she looks, all that, is do you remember early on in like 2020, like it was like the summer after the first lockdown, where that woman in California was standing there and she was like smiling and had her arms crossed like behind her back, and she was like, "You can't be here," to this guy who was sitting in front of his house like drawing with chalk on the sidewalk or whatever
I don't know.
because he was like Hispanic.
Very specific.
Okay,
Well,
I will show you.
Karen, yeah.
But like ultra Karen.
Right.
That's what Pelosi
I
is.
might know what video you're talking about. I've seen so many of these Karen videos, but yeah, I remember a guy who was doing chalk art in front of his own house, and then she said, "You can't be here doing that."
Yeah.
I just don't remember what she looks like. Pelosi is just a very. I'll never forget when the guy on the news was like grilling her, and he's like, "What are you gonna say about this?" And she's like, good morning, Sunday morning." And that was her response. And she's like, "We got this." And she said, "Change the subject," like he didn't just ask her hard hitting questions. Fuck her.
Because she doesn't care.
Well, she's a sellout.
Right.
She like makes fun of the Green New Deal every time she can because she wants to poison the idea. She wants people to not want to support the Green New Deal. Fuck her.
Okay. Shitty picture, but
I definitely remember that girl. Yeah, I remember that woman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen
She
that.
does the thing that it's this weird thing. It's something because women are taught to like not be a certain way. So then like they like talk down to you in a really weird, condescending way. Or like, "You're not supposed to be doing that. I suggest you stop."
like a kindergarten teacher.
It's not intimidating.
But it's infuriating.
Yes. So it's like what?
It's like if you were not a woman and you talked to me like that, I would punch you. But you are, and I'm just mad.
The thing
Like,
obviously,
like-
these people are not psychology experts, right? They're just random people. But
yeah,
it's like, is your intention to get someone to stop? Because that's probably only going to make them want to like fight harder against you.
yeah,
And you're right. It is infuriating people because they're like talking to you like you're a little baby.
yeah,
And you know what it is? It's because they know that will insult a man's ego. But it's like, again, if you want someone to stop doing something, you can't like go at them that hard. Especially if they're in the right. If they're in the right, like that dude doing chalk outside of his own house, which you can totally do. It's your fucking property.
right. Well, and she was telling him that it was her property because
Yeah.
she just saw a Hispanic guy sitting there. Yeah,
She said something like, "We know the owner." Everyone says that in those Karen videos. Like, "Oh, I know the owner." And it's always like a black guy or Mexican guy. And he's like, "I live in this area. Like, I literally live like right there."
yeah,
And they're always like yelling or something. Half the time it's also, just to be fair, it's not always women. Sometimes it's just like random white dudes who are also like, "I'm not leaving till the police show up." And then verify your ID. It's like, then the guy's like standing right outside of his own house. Like, okay, fuck you. It's really weird.
yeah.
The Karens. And we keep making fun of them and exposing them, and they just keep doing it. It's been like multiple years now. We keep talking about these same stories, and they keep happening again and again and again. Fucking weird.
Well, now... Well, no. Can't call them Karens.
Yeah. The K word's worse than the N word.
Yeah.
White women have it way worse than black men.
Black woman named Karen. That's like the worst place to be in 2021 America.
White women have it worse than black women.
Yeah.
White women are the most oppressed.
White women are the most oppressed minority group. Remember back when they were fucking slaves, and then whenever they got caught, instead of taking responsibility, they would call it rape, even though it wasn't?
I was gonna bring up the Bill Burr
Bill Burr
sketch
thing.
from SNL. Yeah.
It's because he's married to a black woman. And so he hears this from her, and he's like, "Yeah, white women are pieces of shit." Because of white feminism. White feminism erases the voices of colored women. And then they just, like, complain about their fucking problems, and then they don't complain about the problems of, like, minorities. Yeah, it's fucked up. Alright, that's enough for this podcast.
Yeah. It's time to play Overcooked.
I don't play Overcooked.
Overcooked. Bye.
Love you.